There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
We could put on a fantastic show. All the best artists in the world, if the show ain't got nobody in it, show ain't saying nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, any party, any fete, any production, the people is who's really made the thing, right? So that was one of those, it's almost like an ode to the people. Because one is who's met this thing, you know.
Two, get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2. He could be a pet or a life. When we come together, because you, we are the heart of the party. When the song sweet, it could be a lime or a pet.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Monday, the 15th of June, 2026, and I'm Pearson Boyne, welcoming all of you. So good to see all of you. Changing weather conditions here in the Warrens area, where we are located at the Inchcape Barbados showroom. It's overcast and it's raining at the moment, and it's been like this for a little while now. So for those of you who, yep, look at that. Isn't that beautiful to behold? That is so beautiful to behold. We've had many, many days of just sunshine and heat, and so to just have the rains and the darkness ascend once again, it is beautiful, beautiful. So we thank the good Lord indeed for waking us up with the blessing of rain, and hopefully it causes the green to return. I just love to see green rather than a dark brown. But it's a wonderful day. Hope you had a wonderful weekend as well. How did you spend your time? How did you spend your time? Hope you took great advantage of the opportunity to make wise choices and to make your time matter to someone else as well over the weekend. But welcome to all of you viewing us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb. Good having you. Thank you so much for waking up to keep us company. Remember, share the show, share the love. Comment among yourselves, comment with us as well. We love to read your comments, so feel free to do so. And as always, I ask you every single time we're on, if you know of something to be told, or if you know of someone who has a story to tell us about it. And you can share the information by email. The email address is right there. It's morninbarbados@cbc.bb, morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and we thank you for partnering with us on the show today. Speaking of today, we have a lot to share with you today. When a snore is not just a snore. That's a subject we want to take a look at this morning as it relates to sleep apnea. So many people already are managing it in their best way they think they know how, but when is a snore not a snore? We'll share with you a little bit more about that and the relationship between the doctor and the dentist, and how together we can all find solutions to help you live better and live healthier and have a more meaningful deep sleep indeed. The Heart and Stroke Foundation of Barbados says enough. But enough about what? They'll join us in just a little bit moment. They've started a new campaign, and that enough is a part of it. And so we'll hear from them how that enough relates to the campaign. Sandy Field-Kelman, the educator, is back. She wants to share with us other ways of teaching and engaging with our students at the very, very low for early ages. And so she comes with a lesson for all of us today. We pay attention to the warning signs in our vehicles. Sometimes all the dashboard lights up and we see the signs, we panic and we don't know what to do or what those signs mean. One of the specialists here at Inchcape Barbados will sit with us to share with us how to understand those warning signs and then what to do when those warning signs appear. We'll we'll look at that as well. We're looking also today at the success of the Team Barbados at wrestling, and our rankings are rising, and we'll sit with them to find out what are they doing, what's the strategy, and celebrate some of the recent wins. And the Kadooment band Pampalam is back, and we want to hear about their designs, their costumes, their segments, and get you all excited as we get ready to parade our streets, all part of the season of Crop Over with the CBC and nationally as well. Before after the hour, we'll take a break right here. We get going with more in just a moment, live from Inchcape, Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We ready to sweat. Here's our shot you want. Then realize
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
This is CBC, your crop over and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living crop over across every platform: TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Crop Over Live, Crop Over Sweet Spot, festival vibes, the raw energy, straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
That's exactly where we are, just inside the showroom of Inchcape Barbados. Remember, doors here at Inchcape Barbados open earlier than others. They open at 7:30 to serve you. And there are many, many brands and makes and models and colors and designs and everything just excitedly waiting for you here in the showroom. I encourage you to make your visit today, or you can call them, as a matter of fact, and arrange an appointment. They can come to you. They can do business with you online as well. All of that is made possible through the excellent service here at Inchcape Barbados. But we're here simply because we also want to look at the Across, the brand new Suzuki GLX, where X stands for extra, the Across, which is the vehicle of choice this crop over. That's one vehicle that we're making possible for one of you to win this crop over. So we're encouraged to keep listening and watching us at the CBC. We'll tell you exactly what to do, and then you can be in that vehicle driving. It is a hybrid vehicle. That means it's very, very easy on your pocket when it comes to consumption of petrol. So look out for that opportunity with us here at the CBC very, very soon. Let's turn our attention now to the big word, enough. Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation mark. And so the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Barbados, they're again having a campaign that takes a look at that. But what does enough mean? I'm joined by the chairperson of that campaign, in Nicole Foster, and with her is her deputy, in Stacia Whitaker. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Inchcape Barbados, so I could dare say so.
Thank you.
You're very welcome indeed. And you're wearing the right color. You blend beautifully into what we're doing here indeed. But what's enough about, Nicole?
So the Enough campaign is trying to alert and raise even further alarm about our increasing levels of childhood obesity. We know we're accustomed to hearing that number 1 in 3. Mm-hmm. Well, we have more recent data coming out of the WHO Global Observatory, and what it says to us is actually our rates of childhood obesity have all actually increased. We're now at 42%. So compared with, and this is for 2022. Mm-hmm. So we don't, it's possible it's even worse than that in that intervening time. So between 2012 and 2022, we've gone up almost double, mm-hmm. and to almost just below double, 50% of our children being obese or overweight.
Half the number of our children.
Almost half, yes, almost half.
Obese. And what is
obese or overweight?
Or overweight. What's the difference? Do you know? Are you not a medical practitioner?
I'm not a medical practitioner, but...
Cece, do you know?
Yeah, well, when we look at overweight or obese, especially in the area of children, we look at certain percentiles and certain weight gain. And therefore, we're saying that age range between 5 and 19. So overweight is a certain percentile, and then obese, you're higher than overweight. So they're two different categories, really, and they're very alarming. As we know, they're precursors for other diseases, and we're seeing that as well, alarming rates as diabetes or even hypertension at an earlier range. We know these were diseases we normally would see in middle-aged people, your grandmother or somebody much older, but unfortunately, because of this type of environment we're having, where we're seeing these type of foods more easily accessible, we're now seeing a lot of our children, unfortunately, becoming overweight and obese.
And we're saying that to that, enough. Those numbers are rising way too fast, and they're beginning to get into real danger zone now. Enough, though. How can we begin to tackle it? Because we do have the childhood obesity program, and we do know that in that you have the campaign in schools and so forth. You're agitating in the different distribution areas, yet it's not enough.
No, it isn't, because what our public health experience has told us is that policy without enforcement is not going to be effective. And so our Enough campaign is calling on the government to take the next, so we're happy, ecstatic that we have a school nutrition policy. And the school nutrition policy actually addresses this. It says that there's to be no marketing, including promotions, sponsorships, all of these things, in or of unhealthy food or beverages in and around schools. But the policy is a policy. And people always ask, so what happens if nobody implements? Yes? And equally, we know we have the problem of right outside the school gates. So what we're calling on now, we're saying you need to take the next logical and necessary step, which is to create the enforcement, which is to create the legislative framework that empowers our principals, empowers ministries to take the action that is necessary to ensure that we protect our children.
But you can't do it alone. You can ask the ministry all you're done, but then there's so many more of us who have a role to play. What do you think that role is, Stacey, so that we can join in the response to this?
Absolutely. We all have a role. Like Nicole said, we want our principals, we want our parents, our schools. We all have to get on board. And therefore, that is why our role here is to continue to put the message out there, the urgency, the crisis that we ought to. It's not just my child, it's all our children, it's our nation's children, and therefore it's our nation. We're seeing the high cost of healthcare rising because of this type of disease, these type of diseases because of unhealthy marketing within our school environment. And what some people will say as a pushback, but when they get home, they're going to eat what they like. So hence, we have to get to everybody. All of us have to play a role and get on board and be seeing the urgency. I think that is the big thing where we're saying, look, enough. We have to do more. It has to be done now.
Because if we don't do it now, what's the danger?
See what Nicole said? 33 in 2012, 42% of our children in 2022. We're now at 2026. We don't want to come back here probably another 5 or 6 years and hear 62. You get me? Yeah. It's getting worse, and we need to get everyone involved and understand why this is so important.
I wanted to just add as well, Pearson, though, on this point of everybody being involved. But the critical action that we need now is by government. Because what we understand, and WHO speaks to it, UNICEF speaks to it, CARFLA, our public health agency in CARICOM, says this is a structural problem. The problem is now so deep, so wide, that it speaks to the determinants of health. And those determinants are driven by the environment in which we live. So the individual has a responsibility. Absolutely. That's a shared responsibility. And the critical responsibility now is of government to create the environment that makes those decisions easier, that makes the healthy choice, the easy, accessible, and affordable choice, that protects our children. Because it's also a human rights dimension to this. Our government has ratified the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. The Rights of the Child Convention recognizes the right of children to not be exploited by economically, et cetera, not to be discriminated against, to have a healthy, to have health, to education, all of these things. And those are obligations on the government. The government has accepted that they have a responsibility to take action to protect our children. So even though I, as a mother, I have 2 boys, I, as a mother, will do what I have to do and must in the context of my responsibility as a parent, the overarching responsibility now, because of this is not an individual problem. This is not a societal problem. This is a national problem, and it calls for a national response. The only person that can pass legislation is the government. And that is what we need, because if we want enforcement, we need legislation that allows for that type of action.
Some time now, we've been going the route of suasion. Are you saying, no, it's time for a penalty?
Exactly. So we need to have, as I said, our public health interventions tell us. So when we think about, for example, smoking, and we knew tobacco was bad, we knew that it created certain diseases, etc. We didn't just say to people, you need to do better, you need to just not smoke. What we recognize is, okay, as a government, we have an obligation, because the science told us that the environment was such that we really needed to intervene in that sort of a way with law. And once again, I emphasize, we're not saying this is the only solution. We're going to, as we say, you could walk and chew gum, right? There are multiple levers that have to be pulled at the same time. We're working with our parents. We're doing wonderful things in our schools. The school nutrition policy is just about to go and do some work in the schools with training kids about cooking healthy and all of those sorts of things. So those things are happening, and we're working with our PTAs and we're working with our parents. But guess what? All of that is the norm. If our children continue to be bombarded by this marketing, which their poor little brains don't understand, this is a company trying to get me to eat something that they know it really isn't in my best interest. And even parents sometimes don't understand that.
But it tastes good. It tastes good. That's what the child will say to you. One, it tastes good, it's convenient, it's all of those kinds of things. We've had sugar taxes implemented. We've seen that, yet still that's not enough.
Absolutely.
What does the rest look like to you, Stacey, in terms of trying to get the shift in behavior?
Absolutely. Like Nicole said, government, we need the implementation,
What do you
we
want
need
them
the
to do?
laws. We need, you mentioned penalties. We might have to go that way. We might have to look at other ways of helping those persons that want to play their job outside of the school, because that's still a school environment. How do we work with them through our governments? And still, because we're going to have that kind of pushback, like I said, but we're also working with them. Even our group is working with them. So we're working with a whole group of people, but we understand, like Nicole just hammered on it, government has to step up. We have to go the extra mile now. We have to clearly say enough, because we're seeing that this is a problem that if we don't do enough, it's getting away from us. And
so you're saying you want general public to join you in this effort to agitate government for the change that you want to see. And so the campaign runs until the 7th of July. So all I know is going on until the 7th of July. How can we help you be a part of this campaign?
So what you can do is members of the public can go to the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Barbados's various social media pages, HSFB Barbados. They're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it.
All over.
And just, so there are a number of videos. I'm in one, Stacey is in one, Dr. Ann St. John, who everyone knows, is in another one, giving different perspectives. There are videos, there's other little bits of information that's being shared on social media. And we want you to come out and interact with the campaign, share it, like it, use the hashtags enough, ban unhealthy marketing, protect our children, all of those things, and tag the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Barbados. Let our government know and our policymakers know that this is something that is important to us, that as people who have children, who have grandchildren, who are aunties, uncles, cousins, that our kids matter enough that we want them to take the next step. They've taken the first one, take the next step. That really gives us now the tools to make sure that change can happen.
So each of us is called on today, starting today and continuing not just to July the 7th, but even beyond, that in each of our actions, we take time to think for just a moment, but we give agitation to what we're thinking as well. And perhaps it is having that engagement with the proprietor as well. You ask the question, how much salt is in this? What are the components of this particular product? And then you make the informed decision, because when they feel it in the pocket is when they perhaps will make the change that we're asking for. But at the same time, continue to hold your child's hand. Continue to have that conversation with your child about the choices that you make. Continue as a family as well to have that discussion, because when it happens, the change happens in the family, then it can resonate all across the Caribbean and across Barbados as well. So you to yourself as a parent and a caregiver, you consider how much or what kinds of tastes you add to your food, because sometimes the product you use could very well create a problem for your child and your loved one as well. So all of that is involved. But follow the campaign on socials, Stacia, all the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Barbados campaigns. And what's next with this campaign, though, apart from us talking about it now and asking people to follow?
Well, we're looking at doing more videos. We're ramping up the campaign, as you said. We're pushing the message. We're looking at the research. We're meeting with our legislations, our governments. We're meeting with anybody and everyone, because it's not just my problem, it's our problem. And we need everybody, like we said, enough to understand the importance of why we're doing this, not only for today, but for the future of our nation.
And we've also been working, I must say that PAHO, WHO, UNICEF, CARFA, these agencies have also been very strong and valuable partners in this push, recognizing that, as I said, we really need to do something differently, and our governments need to step up to the plate and make the structural changes that are necessary to facilitate citizens being able to make the right choices for their children.
The underlying statistic says 42% of our children are either overweight or obese. That's alarming. Alarming enough for you now to join in taking action, Barbados. We encourage you to do so. Follow the campaign of the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Barbados. Talk about it, agitate about it, talk to your representatives, talk to people, get them to make the change that we want to change in as well, that we want to see. I want to thank you, Nicole and Stacia, for joining us on this, and wish you well with the campaign.
Thank you.
I'm already having the discussion with the little ones, but we have
very good.
You got that right.
Continue to have the conversation.
I want them to live long too and healthily, so
Absolutely.
therefore it's important that we all join in the campaign, folks. Thank you again.
Thank you, Pearson.
Outside is wet and rainy and dark and beautiful indeed, and we're thankful to God indeed for allowing us to have these showers indeed of blessings today. But I want to encourage you to stay with us. We're live from the Inchcape showroom. Back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is CBC, your crop over and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living crop over across every platform: TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Crop Over Live, Crop Over Sweet Spot, festival vibes, the raw energy, straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy. Crop Over Legends, in the festival. The stories that built this festival. Vibe 94.7 FM brings it home. Crop Over Diaries, Calypso Legacy, culture unfiltered. And CBC News is on the ground for every story, update, and highlight. Everything streams live on our socials and YouTube. Wherever you are, you're connected. Plus, spot, connect, and win. One loyal CBC listener or viewer drives away in a Suzuki Hybrid. This isn't just a season. This is CBC. This is the Crop Over and Summer Vibe.
Crop Over lives on TV8. It's where the season comes alive. From the road to the stage, we've got it covered. The vibes, the music, the culture, all in one place. TV8, we are Crop Over Live.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
We could put on a fantastic show. All the best artists in the world, if the show ain't got nobody in it, show ain't saying nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, any party, any fete, any production, the people is who really make the thing, right? So that was one of those, it's almost like an ode to the people. Because one is who's met this thing, you know.
Two, get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2. He could be a pet or a life. When we come together, because you, we are the heart of the party. When the song sweet, it could be a lime or a fete. Be ready to sweat. Here's a shot you want, then real honey.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 25 minutes after 6 o'clock. We turn our attention now to when a snore is not a snore, or is a snore simply a snore? And do you snore? Are you having restful nights? Are you having restless nights? Are you waking up feeling tired and you don't quite understand what's going on? And you went to your doctor said one thing, and that yet somehow you're not seeing the responses that you want to see. Well, we're looking at that now, folks, because it might well be sleep apnea. And we're talking right now to the president of the British Academy of Sleep Medicine, in Dr. Aditi Desai. Welcome
Thank you.
to Barbados. In my whole way. But good to have you here. Even after all these years, you're still welcome to Barbados.
Thank you.
Dr. Joyce St. John, a very, very familiar face to all of us, a public health specialist in yourself. Good morning to you, Dr. St. John.
Good morning.
Always wonderful to sit across from you. And across from me is Gemma Richardson, who is a dental hygienist and a myofunctional therapist. Good morning.
Good morning.
As a myofunctional therapist, what are you?
I'm like a physiotherapist, but for the face, the mouth, and the airway.
Thanks for that clarification indeed. Dr. Desai, I'll start with you. What does it look like globally as it relates to sleep apnea and people having sleep disorders?
So, globally, we're thought to have about 1 billion people who have some level of sleep apnea. It's called sleep disorder breathing, which includes the snoring and sleep apnea of various severity. But, you know, we're just talking earlier to say that we don't really know what the exact numbers are. We think there are about 1 billion. It could be a lot more. Because diagnostic methods and, you know, data collection is so diverse all across the globe. We don't really know whether we're getting the right numbers. So we know at least 1 billion people globally who have this. And it's thought that about 1 in 4 to 1 in 5 people have a level of sleep apnea, which is quite serious.
But we don't know. None of us knows that we have a sleep problem. We just know that we wake up tired, or someone told us you were snoring rather violently last night. You don't know. And so how do you begin to track what's going on? How are you gathering this data?
So I think that, well, gathering data is through research technologies and techniques. But I think for us, people on the ground here, the best way of gathering data is going to be raising awareness. You raise awareness amongst the public, you raise awareness amongst the clinicians, you know, the medical and the dental clinicians. So if they're aware of what they should be looking for in a patient, then the patient can be made aware of what the underlying problem might be, and then the word spreads. I mean, that's how we've done it, in my country, in the UK now. Because, remember years ago when I first came into the specialism, Nobody really knew the role of dentists, how dentists may be able to help. But now, we have that in the national guidelines that dentists are really pivotal in identifying, so screening these patients, anyone who snores, anyone who comes in who's bruxing their teeth, anyone who's got pain in the face and the jaw, these people may have an underlying sleep problem. So when the dentist then makes the patient aware, then the rest is easy. Providing the treatment is not the difficult bit. It's getting these patients screened and assessed. That's how we hope to do in Barbados too.
Yeah, but our first port of call is often our general practitioner, not the dentist. The dentist doesn't seem to get the same number of visits that the general practitioner would. And so, what's that discussion like? Because I open my mouth clean, and I'm not asking you to look for anything else. I'm just asking you to do a cleaning.
You're right. I think that what you said about the patients seeing GP is more than the dentist, actually it's the other way around. That is where I come from. We see that dentists are seeing their patients more frequently for, just checkups and for hygiene visits. And when I say dentist, I mean actually the dental team. So for example, someone like Gemma, my functional therapist, but at the same time, she's actually a dental hygienist. And if the hygienist sees a patient more frequently and she's aware of the signs and symptoms that are available to identify, then she'll easily be able to pick up someone who may have a very narrow airway, large beefy tongue, bruxing their teeth, pain in the jaw. These patients should be screened for an underlying sleep problem. And what we do is we say to patients, how do you wake up in the morning? How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? At the moment they say, I feel I'm unrefreshed, that is a real red flag. Because everyone who has a decent amount of sleep should be waking up reasonably refreshed. Now, anyone, who's going to burn candle at both ends and have a good night out and then have to wake up early in the morning, has young kids, we have to be able to weed these patients out and then look at the patient in the chair and say, okay, well, let's have a look and see whether you may have an airway problem. And that is how we can spread the word.
Dr. St. John, the global statistic is alarming nonetheless, but what's the Caribbean's reality within that global picture?
Well, like she said, our stats are not the best, but the Caribbean reality for chronic diseases is not the best. You know that in the Caribbean we have some of the highest causes of illness and death because of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes and hypertension. So I believe that our stats are not going to be very far from the global stats. And one thing about the team that is going to be working with the person who has obstructive sleep apnea is that it's a very varied team. We spoke about the dentist, you spoke about the GP, the general practitioner. I have the lived experience of having obstructive sleep apnea, and it was my cardiologist who said to me, I think you need to go and have a test. And that was quite some time ago, so I went overnight and I had my monitoring done. But it was because I was passing out on long haul flights. I would just faint. And lo and behold, it was because of obstructive sleep apnea. And when you talk about asking someone how they feel after a night's sleep, I didn't have that as a concept.
Yes.
But I knew that I was tired during the day.
Yeah.
And I knew that sometimes I might catch myself like nodding off. I thought it was long and boring meetings, but it turned out to be sleep apnea. And once I started using the appliance, the change in how I felt, it was almost like being reborn.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really important to have the team doing that screening and saying you might have a problem, and then working on it, because we don't want diabetes getting worse, and that happens with obstructive sleep apnea. We don't want diabetes going on to the complications like losing a leg, having to be on dialysis, having issues with your eyes, and we don't want stroke. We don't want heart attack. And obstructive sleep apnea that is not treated leads you down that path so that your quality of life is forever changed.
Dr. Desai, you're chomping at the bit to jump in on this conversation.
You know, what you were saying about you weren't waking up feeling particularly tired. It's important to also remember that people who have sleep apnea of any severity, they don't always have tiredness in the day or even when they wake up. They just tell me, I'm fine. But there's two sort of thoughts on this. One is people don't know how they might feel when they're better or even best. Secondly, not every sleep apneic has the same symptoms. It's the effect on the cardiovascular system that is the most important thing. So where you were not feeling particularly tired, what was happening to you on your body systems, for example, the metabolic systems, is what is most important. And there's a bidirectional link between heart attacks, cardiovascular risk, diabetes, stroke, is because of sleep apnea, but sleep apnea can also lead to all these conditions. So it's a bidirectional link. Obesity is the biggest problem. And if we can control obesity, we'll find that, it's going to be a better demographic once.
Do you see yourself in this picture, folks? There are solutions nonetheless. We'll look at that in just a moment, right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is CBC, your crop over and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living crop over across every platform: TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Crop Over Live, Crop Over Sweet Spot, festival vibes, the raw energy, straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy. Crop Over Legends, Into Festival. The stories that built this festival. Vibe 94.7 FM brings it home. Crop Over Diaries, Calypso Legacy, Culture Unfiltered. And CBC News is on the ground for every story, update, and highlight. Everything streams live on our socials and YouTube. Wherever you are, you're connected. Plus, spot, connect, and win. One loyal CBC listener or viewer drives away in a Suzuki Hybrid. This isn't just
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is a very serious subject we're discussing right now: obstructive sleep apnea. Obstructive sleep apnea. And so many of us, and I say that word deliberately, us, go through this, and we're not even aware of its consequences when we don't try to treat it as well. And so Dr. Aditi Desai, who is the president of the British Academy of Dental Sleep Medicine, is with me, as well as our public health specialist in Dr. Joy St. John and dental hygienist Gemma Richardson. Dr. Desai, in the break, you were telling me a little bit because of the link with this particular obstructive sleep disorder to things like dementia.
That's correct. People who have incessant, ongoing, untreated sleep apnea does actually, predispose them to a high incidence of dementia, Alzheimer's. And it's thought that when you don't breathe properly, you don't get the perfusion of the blood and the lymphatic system through the brain, so the toxins in the brain cannot be washed out. When those toxins are not washed out, they tend to sediment inside the brain as well, such a beta amyloid. Now, that is the real reason why people actually develop dementia.
And so many people, Dr. St. John, in Barbados are presenting with dementia and Alzheimer's and so forth.
Yes.
So memory loss could very well be a consequence of this obstructive sleep disorder.
Yeah.
This is shocking. But Gemma, what do you see in your practice generally? Are you seeing more and more, and at what ages are you catching this problem of obstructive sleep disorder?
It runs the spectrum, actually, because we can also find this in children.
Really?
And in babies.
Yeah.
So it's important that we screen and we be aware of the signs and the symptoms. When a patient comes in, I'm doing a general cleaning on them. I'm looking for telltale signs. I'm looking for enlarged tonsils, bruxism, a beefy tongue, as Dr. DT mentioned earlier. I'm looking for narrow arches. You ask about if they're having headaches, if they're tired, some of the stuff that we would have mentioned earlier. So it's important that we be mindful of these things, and very often we are the ones who will catch it first. So we do our screening during our dental examinations and our dental hygiene visits, and this is where the collaboration with the medical team comes in. We identify these symptoms, we do not diagnose sleep apnea, then we refer them over to the relevant providers.
But you talked about you're being able to look at facial structures as well to tell.
Yes.
Can you look at me?
You're fine. You're fine.
Right. Okay. So in your examination, you're looking for all of those kinds of things, right? Whether the plates sit correctly, but there are corrective dental procedures that can help with that. But you're saying that's not necessarily all.
No, that's not all. No, because you have causality, and then you have the symptoms. So you have to address what is the cause. What is the cause of this? We, as the dental providers, as I said, we are not diagnosing. We recognize the symptoms. We recognize what we are seeing there, and this is telling us there's more going on, and we need to send them to the relevant provider.
Once a diagnosis is given, and we know it, and it could very well be related to the way something in the face or the teeth or how they're aligned, can it be fixed at your point then? At that point?
We refer out to the providers, and then they will send them back to us.
Right.
They might, depending upon what they have diagnosed, then they'll send them back to us, send them back to Dr. DT, and she will then make special appliances and so on to address whatever your particular concern is. Because take for instance, if I see someone with enlarged tonsils, I'm going to want them to see an ENT to find out what's going on. We need to find out, if the tonsils are actually responsible for the blockage of the airway. If it is the palate that, because it is so narrow, the tongue is not sitting in the area properly, so you're going to have an impact on your sleep, especially dependent upon the position in which you're sleeping and so on. So it's not a simple thing. We have to look at it on a holistic level and address it from that point of view.
Dr. St. John, you use an appliance.
Yes, I do.
To say so?
Every night.
So how has that been, and how obstructive to your regular positioning of yourself while you're sleeping is that? Or is it very easy?
No, it's something that I've been using for many years, so it's almost like second nature. I even travel with it. And once I'm settled for the night and the appliance is fitting properly and functioning properly, so another part of the team are the technicians who make sure that the pieces of the equipment are properly functioning. I sleep very well, and it's made a great difference in my life.
Wow. It's not obtrusive either. It's nothing that feels as if I'm suddenly wearing a big mask on my face.
It can be.
Some people.
I have changed how I use it, because I used to have something that had nasal prongs, but now I use a mask. And some people cannot tolerate that. That's where the other appliances come into effect.
All right, Dr. Desai, because I know you're going to be here for a little while, and this week in particular, you're having consultations with people.
That's right.
How is that happening?
So we have set up an alliance here, it's Dental Sleep Medicine Alliance, because what we want to try and do is to raise awareness amongst not only the public, but amongst our dental providers, to be able to work with our medical providers to establish connections so that, everyone's aware of who does what. So what Gemma Richardson was saying about, a child or an adult who comes in, and, we may help them with myofunctional therapy, which is a great adjunct. But the primary treatments are CPAP, which is what you were talking about, and oral appliances, and surgery if necessary. But, everyone is not going to love the CPAP. We've got such a high intolerance to it. are so lucky. Honestly, my practice in the UK is based pretty much on referral basis and people who cannot tolerate CPAP. So what we try to say to our dental colleagues is, hey guys, come on, wake up. You need to be able to help our medical colleagues, help these patients who are suffering. Some people have CPAP, they don't know there's an alternative, so they put it away in a cupboard and they suffer.
Yeah.
And that's why we want to train these dentists as well and our allied professionals to say, look, if a patient comes in, needs CPAP, of course that's the gold standard. However, be ready to have them back to make an oral appliance if necessary, because not everyone is suitable for an oral appliance either. So that's basically what we've set up here to try and raise awareness and provide access to education and access to treatment.
And I know this has been happening all across the Caribbean as well as you move around. And for some time, we've been having this discussion here on Morning Barbados. And more our dental professionals and allied service providers are also becoming much more aware and adept at being able to identify, to refer, to make changes and to help people to live healthier and happier. Indeed, no one likes a restless night. No one wants to wake up feeling tired. No one wants to pass out on a long flight. No one wants to feel as though they're just perennially tired. No one likes that at all. No one likes it for our children or babies even. And so it's important as you attend for your dental hygiene checkups and those kinds of things that you also have that discussion with your dental practitioner, because you may not even know, they may not at that point be aware. Have the conversation.
Absolutely.
Let them know whether or not you're not sleeping well, you're waking up tired, all of those things. Have those discussions. They make a difference. And given the fact that we are so prone here, and we've seen the numbers rise of the number of people being diagnosed with dementia and Alzheimer's, it is important that we now begin to look at that as one of the steps early before we present with dementia or Alzheimer's, and we do have that check on our airwaves or air passages and how we sleep as well. And so I wish you well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Indeed, it's such an important discussion that I hope that people don't just overlook it, but underscore it sufficiently that they do pay attention to themselves and how they sleep and the challenges with it as well. Who would have thought in our lifetime that this is a discussion we're having? Dr. Desai, good to see you again. Thank you so much for your expertise. And Dr. Joyce St. John, our girl, thank you so very much as well for sharing openly your experience as well. And Ms. Richardson, thank you so much for being the dentist that you are and helping us to be able to understand. So for dental people who are looking now for this one-on-one consultation, how can they do so? Or is that arranged?
That's arranged through the Alliance.
Through the Alliance.
Yes, that's
All right.
correct.
Yes. So blame Jem if you've not been consulted on this one, but nonetheless, Jem and the Alliance, they're prepared to work with you to be able to educate you on what to look for, what to do, how to pass on the referrals, and so on and so forth. Thank you again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For having us.
We're coming back from the showroom of Educate Barbados in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Season. This is CBC. This is the Crop Over and Summer Vibe.
Crop Over lives on TV8. It's where the season comes alive. From the road to the stage, we've got it covered. The vibes, the music, the culture, all in one place. TV8, we are Crop Over Live.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affairs segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
we could put on a fantastic show. All the best artists in the world, if the show ain't got nobody in it, show ain't say nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, any party, any fete, any production, the people is who really make the thing, right? So that was one of those, it's almost like an ode to the people. Because one is who's met this thing, you know.
Two, get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2. He could be a pet or a life. When we come together, because you, we are the heart of the party. When the song sweet, it could be a lime or a fet. Be ready to sweat. Here's a shot you want, then real Andy.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So off to school we go this Monday morning, little ones. Get up, get on your clothes. We're going to school today. And so I'm going to school as well. My good friend and educator, esteemed educator in Sandyfield, Kelman, joins me now in the classroom. Good morning, Sandy.
Good morning, Pearson. How are you today?
I survived the weekend. What about you?
I did too. Wonderful show.
We had a wonderful show. Sandy and I sing with the Barclay Singers, and so we had a wonderful show on Saturday.
Very uplifting and going back in time with all those songs and so on.
You just gotta love the shows.
Yes, gotta love it.
And so we had fun. And so here we are. What are you teaching me, or what am I teaching you today?
I am teaching you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we are going to do phonemes this morning. Do you know what phonemes are?
I do not.
You know phonetics though?
Yes, I do.
Well, it's part of that. But this morning we are going to do a thing called wacky relay.
Okay.
All right. Now, this morning we really should have been outside, but because of the weather.
Weather, yes.
So this morning, what we are going to look at, because we are in a place with cars, vehicles, we are going to look at the word possibly car. Now, I'm going to write quickly the alphabet. Okay. I'm going to write alphabet quickly. C, D. You call the alphabet.
Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
Okay, now what you're going to do, this really is to be done with two teams.
Okay.
That's why it's called relay.
A relay,
Okay,
right.
You are going to choose a letter from here. And you are going to make words from that letter. Example, let us say you choose the word, I'm not going to say M. You are going to give me words for M.
Okay.
But there's a letter in here that you really should choose because of where we are.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
So you want me to choose C?
You can choose C, that's right. Car.
Right.
Now, what you have to do, you have to try to write the words here, anything that relates to a car with C.
That begin with letter C.
Exactly. Let us
Not
say
necessarily rhyming or anything like that.
No,
Doesn't matter.
let us say if you did the letter W.
W.
That connects with a car. Wheel.
Yes.
You understand?
Windshield, wipers.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's what you will do for your work
Do I have
today.
to write it?
Or
can I say it?
Why I want to let parents know to write it. You don't have to do it.
Spelling.
You have the two teams, okay, and whichever child runs up to the board quickly and has the most words from that letter, obviously is a winning team.
Right. But it also, to my mind, tests my ability to spell.
Exactly.
So I must be able to spell correctly.
Exactly. So when you have all these words listed down, then we take these words and make the word wall. And this is how we build children's vocabulary.
Yes.
It's extremely important so that, as I said, you don't use the same word, say like the word, Pearson, how are you today? And you don't tell me, oh, I'm good.
Yes.
So how was your weekend? Oh, it was good. How was the lunch? Good. You try to teach the children various words, different adjectives to describe the thing. So the show was?
Fantastic.
Exactly. Your trip was?
Oh, exciting.
The show was, yes?
Brilliant.
Exactly. So you use a variation of words, okay? Things like plays, and so if it's boring, lunch, the dinner, what you would say?
Delicious.
How was your dinner?
Really delicious.
Tasty.
Very tasty. Mm.
So this is what we
Colourful.
want to do. Exactly. So you want to build that child's vocabulary. So this is a really wacky relay. It's a really, especially now it's coming to the end of the term.
Yes.
These are the things that we do coming to the, things to lighten the children and so on, because you don't want to be doing all all right, now exams are kind of like over and so on. So we go.
Okay, let's go. Let's you and me do it. Okay.
All right.
My letter, can I choose a letter for you? I'm going to choose a letter for you. Your letter is V, as in voice.
Yes.
All right? And go.
You want to stick with the vehicles, or you want to stick with any word?
You do what you want to do. Voice.
Okay.
V.
Okay.
What letter is for me? What letter is mine?
No, you can choose your letter.
All right.
You choose your letter first.
Okay. My letter then is W.
W. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
W. So, Warren's, wet, wonderful, wow, wide, white, welcoming. I'm exhausted.
Okay, let's choose another letter.
I had about 5 words.
Another letter.
Words. Another letter, okay. M.
Yes.
Michael, mint, merry, most, moist, millions, Mercedes, mighty, mellow.
Marvelous.
Marvelous. I done. That's 10 so far.
Monday.
11. So I did 11 on M. Choose your letter.
Okay.
Let me see if you could get at least 11 words.
All right. I'm going to choose A. A.
Okay.
Apple. That keeps the doctor away.
I got you.
Okay. Appetizer. Okay. Anxiety, which we have. Approach. Okay, I'm only doing one more for you. And ambitious.
5. I did 11.
You did 11. So you'll do another one again.
Okay. H.
Okay.
High, house, hot,
Happy.
hill, happy, horse,
Yes.
haste,
Yes.
hello,
Yes.
hot. Did I say hot before?
No, you didn't.
Hot. That's 9 so far. I'll stop there. 9.
Okay. Right. So you have the general idea.
Yeah.
So the idea is in a classroom.
You know what? Sorry. What I think can happen here too is, one, you can decide whether this relay is about things, about emotions,
Exactly.
about what have you determined
That
that
was what I
relay.
was going to come to.
Oh, sorry.
Because the teacher that day can set the tone.
Yes.
Because children will not always know what particular area. They might know, yes, about cars and so on. But you can set the tone for the program, right? The wacky relay. So you have your 2 teams, and you can maybe have about 10 in each team, because
Right.
you don't want any more than that. Because really and truly, the 2 teams are to run to the board.
Right.
And of course, it's a big board. You run to the board, so half the board is one team, team A and team B, and the child writes the most words to see which team will win. So you can set that program and or the thought for the day. So you can maybe build it around crop over.
Yes.
Okay, because we like to use the things of the season, like Independence, Easter, and so on, so that child has a variety of words that he or she did not have previously. So you do that, so that child then wins whatever team.
Yes, yes.
Okay, but in our case, we're just doing it 2 of us. But what are some of the things about these programs, Pearson, is that with phonetics and phonemic awareness and pedagogies, we will do that another time, because
Right.
I don't know if you know about pedagogies and so on, but we will do that another time. All that ties in. But it is so important that when a child is between 5, 6, that is it, because in my opinion, a child should be able to read at 5 years old.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I was reading at 5. I know I met a girl yesterday and she said her child is reading at 4.5. So it has a lot to do with that inculcation from an early age. Communication, words.
Yes.
And as I said, there are many different ways that you can introduce words to a child. As I told you, the fridge and so on. Speaking, going to the supermarket, when you're walking, you explain and say, oh, I think that's a bobcat out there. And so that it sticks. Okay, because a child eventually should develop a photographic memory for words and so on. So as they walk and they don't just repeat the same word all the time. So, because my friend who told me about the show and so on, she used about four different words to explain that show.
Yes.
She did not say the show was great. She didn't use that word, but that's the word we would use.
Yes.
Okay, because she wanted to really explain to me, because she really was, she said, oh, that music and so on.
Yes.
And so when we are going to teach church, besides doing this type of thing, we can use actual pictures. All right? Because some children do not always grasp vocabulary or speaking in that way.
They're very visual, but they need pictures to stimulate.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why, because a thing like this, you would not have something written like this. You would actually have the actual word letter A, a nice A, a nice B, so that is visual and interesting.
And stimulating.
Yes. So that's why it's important in a classroom to have, word walls. You build a word wall and so on. You build vocabulary and various letters to put words. And that child should be able every day to take, say, the letter B and continue that letter with a word.
Right.
Make a word from the word B and doing it his or herself, because I find too many people expect the teachers to do the work. So they have different types of relays that you can do. We call this wacky relay because of the running and all the excitement and so on. So it's very important, Pearson, that phonetics be taught at an early age.
Yes.
I mean, 3 years old, 4 years, because some children are early learners.
That's right.
Early developers. So you do not wait until the child is 11 and 12. That child should have grasped these things down
Quite
in the
early.
preschool, yes.
And we have we call it long vacation coming up.
8 weeks.
We have time, parents, and I think this is a wonderful bonding experience for parent and child.
Exactly.
So this is one activity you can have done with your children. You can do this with your children over the summer holidays. Bit by bit, let have some fun and play, but at the same time, just remind them these are things that are important to you now. So let's do A today, B tomorrow. You have 26 days, which you can actually do one letter a day and build child's vocabulary.
Exactly.
Sandy, as always, it's good being in school with you.
Yes, you were a good student. I think I bought your token.
Oh, there, she left it somewhere back
No,
there.
I had your token. Maybe I left it over
You've
there.
left it over there, but that's all right. I appreciate it so very much
Yes,
indeed.
you have been a good student.
Thank you.
Excellent student.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I think that I hope that you will pass on this knowledge to other little children.
Of course I shall. Of
Yes.
course, and I do. Thank you so much as always,
Thank you so
Sandy.
much.
You're welcome. Morning Barbados breaks here. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
This is CBC, your crop over and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living crop over across every platform: TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Crop Over Live, Crop Over Sweet Spot, festival vibes, the raw energy, straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy. Crop Over Legends, Into Festival, the stories that built this festival. Vibe 94.7.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look at the news now. Barbadians are being advised that the Central Bank of Barbados technical team continues to work to resolve the issue affecting the delivery of email codes required by some Gmail users in completing setup of the BIMPE e-wallet. Since its latest update, the bank has implemented an interim solution which has enabled the successful delivery of 1,500 registration codes by email as of yesterday. The bank says users who received their codes have been able to proceed with registration. The central bank continues to build on that progress while working towards a more comprehensive and permanent solution to ensure that all affected users can complete registration without prolonged delay. The central bank also advises that the BIMPay payment rail, the underlying infrastructure that powers interbank transfers, is operating. On Saturday, BIMPay processed roughly 12,000 transactions with a total value of approximately $4 million. And Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. the Most Honorable Kevin Greenidge, and other senior officials will host a media conference at 9:30 this morning to provide a comprehensive update on the new smart payment app. Barbados is on track to equal or break last year's record tourist season. Minister of Tourism and International Transport Ian Gooding-Edgell made that announcement while addressing the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association's awards held at the Wyndham Grand at the weekend. Akeem Plinkett tells us more.
Minister of Tourism and International Transport Ian Gooding-Edgell reported that Barbados' tourism sector experienced a bumper year in 2025, with the island recording its highest ever visitor arrival figures. The minister praised the continued success and growth of the tourism industry, highlighting the steady increase in the number of visitors choosing Barbados as a destination. The minister also highlighted that Barbados could match or even exceed last year's performance. He noted that the tourism sector has already enjoyed an excellent first quarter in 2026, placing the island on track to achieve similar visitor arrival numbers by the end of the year.
2026 began spectacularly. In the first quarter, Barbados welcomed 214,944 long-stay visitors and 4,793 960 cruise passengers to Barbados. Our winter season opened with remarkable strength, hotels frequently reporting very good occupancies, restaurants operating at near full capacity, and car rental inventories were effectively exhausted. Similarly, our cruise sector rebounded with immense force, with projections indicating a further 22% increase this winter season, welcoming more than 800,000 cruise visitors from across 400 scheduled calls at the Bridgetown port.
Mr. Gooding-Edgell also revealed that there was a significant shift in the tourism market during 2025, with the United States emerging as Barbados' leading source market for visitor arrivals. In addition, he reported an increase in visitors from the CARICOM countries, indicating stronger intra-regional travel and growing interest in Barbados among Caribbean nationals.
We saw dynamic shifts in our tourism landscape, with the United States market expanded by over 8% to become our primary source market, while our regional CARICOM members turned out increased numbers surpassing 98,000 visitors. This cross-industry triumph proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that the demand for Barbadian experiences has never been stronger.
The minister also revealed that plans are already in place to continue discussions aimed at expanding airlift to the island through additional airline partnerships and increased flight services.
Last week, I met with JetBlue in New York during the Caribbean Tourism Organization Caribbean Week, and JetBlue will commence their double daily flights during the summer. We are also having continued discussions with JetBlue. I also intend to travel to Europe to meet with key European air carriers with the intention of reclaiming the ground that we lost many, many years ago, perhaps before I joined this business.
The minister also thanked organizations such as the BTMI and BHTA, who all combined to make the success of last year a reality. Akeem Plinkett, CBC News.
President of Barbados, the Most Honorable Jeffrey Bostick, has received the Inter-American Defense Grand Medal from the Inter-American Defense College. His Excellency received the medal during a ceremony at the Organization of American States in Washington recently. He was recognized for his long-standing contributions to hemispheric security cooperation, a distinguished career in defense leadership, and his enduring relationship with the college as a former student and regional partner. In his remarks, President Bostic reflected on the formidable and formative role of the IADC in shaping his professional development. The President has also noted that the medal received was not only a personal honor, but a recognition of Barbados' ongoing contributions to hemispheric peace and security. Meanwhile, the Embassy of Barbados in Washington hosted the President at a reception at the mission. There, he was welcomed by Barbados Ambassador to the United States and the Organization of East of Caribbean's American States, Vic Fernandez. He was also greeted by members of the diplomatic corps, academia, and members of the diaspora. The head of state, who served at the mission as a military attaché some years ago, spent several hours interacting with guests who were all delighted to have him and meet him in person. He also spoke about what he's been doing to give back to his country.
I'm learning a lot of things from the children and seeing the positive side of the children of Barbados, because I think there's a serious error that is being made. Our young people are not in crisis. Some, a few. But when you visit the schools and you see the talent we have in the schools in Barbados, you'll be amazed. Our young people generally are on the right path, on the right track. But like me, they just need a helping hand and some guidance and some love. And that is what I'm seeking to do.
A businessman is picking up the pieces after a house next door to his St. James business went up in flames yesterday. Following the fire at 2nd Avenue, Haynesville, which left two brothers homeless, owner of R.A. Bar and Gaming, Ricardo Arthur, said he has been counting his blessings despite having to deal with damages. He says after receiving a call about the fire and arriving on the scene, fire officers had already opened the doors to his rented property and extinguished the flames.
When the firemen came, they told me that they plug out. Apparently the machines that was basically on the wall, which there's a retract plug straight basically around the building. So they was just trying to rectify, they plug out the plugs to rectify to see that there's no other damages or what's not, which was good. And then when I went to the back, the AC unit was damaged and the walls was still hot. There was a lot of water on the inside of the building, and that's good for me. And they did what they had to do.
Mr. Arthur also said while he couldn't put a specific value on damages, he estimates is in the thousands.
I have to buy back a whole AC unit because from the motor burnout, and the more than burnout, I will have to check and see how much the AC unit costs and to replace it back. But the walls and everything, I don't have to do nothing with the walls. I can't turn on the machines period at all because right now the machines is generating a lot of current and then the walls is still hot from the heat. So I said today, I'm not opening the building.
Let's look at sports now. Four-time winners Germany overcame a brief scare from World Cup debutant Curaçao before turning on the heat to win their Group E opener 7-1 in Houston yesterday.
Curaçao, it's Havertz, and he rolls it in.
Well, among the fixtures for today, Spain will take on Cape Verde at noon live right here on TV8, and Belgium will go up against Egypt at 3 this afternoon. That game will be showed tape delayed just after CBC News Night tonight. And that's a look at news and sports until now. Morning Barbados continues from HK Barbados right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
FM brings it home. Cropover Diaries, Calypso Legacy, Culture Unfiltered. And CBC News is on the ground for every story, update, and highlight. Everything streams live on our socials and YouTube. Wherever you are, you're connected. Plus, spot, connect, and win. One loyal CBC listener or viewer drives away in a Suzuki Hybrid. This isn't just a season. This is CBC. This is the Cropover and Summer Vibe.
Cropover lives on TV8. It's where the season comes alive. From the road to the stage, we've got it covered. The vibes, the music, the culture, all in one place. TV8. We are Cropover Live.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
We could put on a fantastic show. All the best artists in the world, if the show ain't got nobody in it, show ain't say nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, any party, any fete, any production, the people is who really make the thing, right? So that was one of those, it's almost like an ode to the people. Because one is who's met this thing, you know.
Two, get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2. He could be a pet or a life. When we come together, because you, we are the heart of the party. When the song sweet, it could be a lime or a fete. Be ready to sweat. Here's a shot you want, then realize.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
This is CBC, your Cropover.
So at the crack of dawn in Warrens, we got some showers and it was overcast and all of those kinds of things. I was jumping for joy and feeling all happy. And after we're now into our first hour, and so we've had our wrestling team who are back from Guatemala. And joining me this morning is the manager of the Barbados wrestling team, Ashley Goodridge. With her is the man who comes with a gold, Matthew Arundel. Next to him is Rebecca Williams, who's won silver. And also with silver is Jaheem Weeks-Blackman. To each of you, good morning.
Good morning.
Ashley, why you all go over there? What was this tournament all about?
The tournament is called the Pat Shaw International, where it promotes and helps develop the athletes and to showcase their skills and to spread it worldwide, where we can have everyone come together and develop their skills.
Yeah, and to let the world know that we have a team,
yes,
known as Team Barbados, who can wrestle
Barbados,
too.
Yes.
So how did you guys do in the tournament?
In the tournament, as you can see, we had 2 golds and 2 silvers, so we did pretty well. And in terms of team rankings, we placed 5th out of 14 countries with 45 points.
Well done, well. And,
yes.
and this does a lot for your overall ranking, doesn't it?
Yes, it is. So
I saw your eyes
a big
light up.
achievement. It is a big achievement for us as well.
Getting ready for that tournament, though, how many weeks or months did you put into to make sure your team could perform as admirably as they have?
Pertaining to training, they visit there's a club that they visit during the week. And also on Browns Beach on Sundays morning, 8 o'clock, yes. Where we train. And when for the tournament as well, it was a weekly for 1 week. So there was a 2-day tournament. However, between the 1st to the 4th, there was a training camp. So they also had time and a space available to train as
Right.
well.
So how many members made that team?
5 members made that team. The other gentleman is Adrian Maynard.
Right. Okay. Well done. And so, Matthew, you had your eyes set on winning. What was it like for you getting ready and to know? How did you know you were going to win for sure?
Well, you don't really know if you win. You just gotta train hard, keep your mind focused, all the right stuff.
What was the right stuff?
Keep training.
Walk me through walk me through the match that you had. Who did you wrestle against?
Guatemala, mainly Guatemala wrestlers.
What was the strategy?
Strategy was to mainly test his strength, not tie up too early. Gauge your opponent. That was it.
And all of that you could do in how long is a bout?
3 minute bouts. 30 second.
3 minute.
30-second break in
between.
Yeah.
And in all of that, you had to strategize in that kind of way.
Yeah.
How long have you been wrestling now?
Almost 3 years this September.
What got you involved in wrestling?
It was just a normal Sunday looking to train with anybody, Got introduced to it. And
you loved it ever since?
Yeah.
What do you love about wrestling, really? The fact that you could just smack somebody on the ground or something? What is it?
Honestly, yes and no. It's more of like, you get to feel free, in my opinion. You get to feel free. It's more like, it's like your own playing field. It's just you in the ring, so you could imagine. It's just like all about imagination to me. Like I wouldn't say play with my opponents, but I just say strategize. Just think of creative ways to win a match, to score a point, whichever.
Did you know that you had won gold, or did you have to wait to see whether or not you'd won gold?
I think I knew I won gold, but I didn't know at the same time. Yeah.
Until your name was called.
Yeah.
And so that moment when your name was called as the recipient of a gold medal, how did that feel?
Honestly, the emotions for gold wasn't as normal as you would see it, but in my mind, I just keep thinking that is still more to be done.
So you still feel there's more to be done?
Yeah.
You just don't give up. No. You still think you can improve and improve and improve.
Yeah, for sure.
Rebecca, you were good with your silver?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that match or what those bouts you had to wrestle in.
I can't lie, I had some nerves going into this competition as results of my last competition were not to my standard. So I did have some nerves going in. My first couple matches, because I did the same competition last year, got silver as well. But I was like, this year I need to go for gold. My first 2 matches were a lot challenging. They were more challenging than last year. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going for this gold medal. My last match, which was my gold medal match, I actually lasted a lot longer than I did because this was a girl that I wrestled against before, and she always won. I was like, because my mom is my biggest supporter, my sister as well. I was like, I need to go for this gold medal. So I lasted a lot longer. I scored some points. By the end, I just...
Yes.
I was at least happy to have the silver.
Given the style of wrestling you need to do, though, how do you know you've scored a point? You kept somebody down longer than 10 seconds, for instance? I don't know.
So we have takedowns. Each takedown is a point. So...
Bam! 1 point.
Yes.
Okay.
Literally. So you lift up the legs, throw the person on the ground, it's like 2 points.
Oh.
You do a big throw, it's like 4 points. Push out the center is a point.
Okay.
So as long as you complete the takedown, you get your point.
Are you adding your head while you do this, while the match is going on, or you don't focus on that?
No, you don't study the points. Yeah. You don't study the points all the time. You just wrestle.
Do you get scared in wrestling? You don't feel as if I'm going to break a nail, hurt myself, or whatever the case may be?
No, not really. That is wrestling. I actually got injured at this competition.
Mm-hmm.
I have some torn tendons in my knee. But that's all part of the game. That's all part of the sport.
So that's not enough to make you stop?
No.
In terms of the number of girls and females in Barbados who are into wrestling as well, are you happy with the number, or would you want to see more?
I would
come into the
actually
sport?
like to see a lot more. Not only girls, boys as well. The sport needs some development.
Yes, they need some more people to develop. So, Jaheem now, you came home with silver too.
Yes,
and how was your match? Or matches?
I fought in 2 bouts. My first match against the Guatemalan, I felt like I was a lot more prepared. My mind was a lot more focused in. But when it came down to the El Salvadorian now, I was, I guess, shell shocked, because if I was really studying that, this made my chance to go for gold.
Yes, yes.
I was going for it, but I came up slightly short.
How did you come up short?
I guess I didn't maneuver correctly, or I guess that my mind was just a bit too far. While still being focused, it was just a bit too far, and he got the upper hand. And
so you lost by how many points?
I lost by 6 points.
So what accounted for your 6 points, your man? He had your foot in the air or something? I don't know.
No, please.
Why did you lose 6 points?
When I went for the takedown, he in turn got the upper hand. I ended up on my stomach. He took a roll, which is 2 points. He took another roll, 2 points, and on the ending roll, he ended on my back. And from 10 you're on your back, there's a pin. So he got the 2 from me landing on the ground, and then the 2 rolls, which gave him the 6 points.
So in order not to be rolled, you have to be really, really strong to resist that attempt by him to roll.
Yes, which is one of my weak points at this point, which I'll be working on for the next tournament.
What does that mean, gym work?
Yes, no, not only gym work, but also at practice, I'll be practicing parterre, which is what it's called. I'm practicing parterre, but that's on the bottom, yes, please.
Is it an easy sport to learn in terms of the rules and of the game?
Depending on who is training you, and depending on how their training style is, and how fast you can adapt or how fast you can pick up stuff.
So as small as I am, I can still overpower somebody who's as big as Matthew, for instance, right?
With the right training, yes.
With the right training?
I started wrestling, I was 120 pounds. I'm 203 pounds now. And that was only a year and a half ago. So it's possible.
It's possible.
Yes, please.
Coming for your goal. Coming for your goal.
It's possible.
It is possible. So Ashley, hear this. You're excited for the future for this team, right? What are you doing now to want to keep the team together and to build on your success so far?
Yes, please. We're going to keep the team together and also be able to add to those as well, because I think the upcoming games will be the CAC. However, we are more focused on the grassroots, which will be the little ones, to bring them up and have a wider athlete base for wrestling.
So how are you going about that process to include more of them, the younger ones?
With the younger ones, we started out with Mr. Rawlings, Ali. So he's based at schools, and with having them to compete in little tournaments and competitions, beach wrestling. So we bring them out to compete, and on Saturdays there's training up by the gymnasium. Not the gymnasium, sorry, but the private school that is up there, Imperial. On the pasture there, we have training on Saturdays. So we try to gather the little ones by advertising and let us bring them up. We have them to fill some steps here.
Yes, some big shoes to fill indeed.
Yes.
And so if anyone who says, I just want to come and look, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to be a part of this, can they do so as well?
Yes, they can. To be honest, with wrestling, you have to condition your mind and your body, and it's something mentally as well. And even for those, we don't want you to be afraid. I know some people will be afraid of wrestling, the moves might damage your body, but it all comes with knowing the techniques, proper training, as Jahi said. So don't be afraid.
Hit me too hard, you'll see. Hit me too
It's
hard.
a great sport to get in.
It becomes a fight at this point. All right, no problem. Well done, Team Barbados. Well done indeed. I'm really, really proud of each of you. Ashley, thank you for doing
You're
so
most
well with this
welcome.
team and for continuing the passion you have for the sport as well. Matthew, Rebecca, and Jaheem, congratulations to each of you. Don't give up. Don't give up. More gold coming, and more gold coming as well. So well done to Team Barbados. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Morning Barbados breaks right here. We're coming back with more in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
And summer vibe destination. This year, we're living Cropover across every platform. TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Cropover Live, Cropover Sweet Spot, Festival Vibes, the raw energy, straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy. Cropover legends in the festival. The stories that built this festival. Vibe 94.7 FM brings it home. Cropover Diaries, Calypso Legacy, Culture Unfiltered. And CBC News is on the ground for every story, update, and highlight. Everything streams live on our socials and YouTube. Wherever you are, you're connected. Plus, spot, connect, and win. One loyal CBC listener or viewer drives away in a Suzuki Hybrid. This isn't just a season. This is CBC. This is the Cropover and Summer Vibe.
Cropover lives on TV8. It's where the season comes alive. From the road to the stage, we've got it covered. The vibes, the music, the culture, all in one place. TV8, we are Cropover Live.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's 28 minutes to 8 o'clock and the doors are open here at Inch Cape Barbados to serve you, Barbados. Inch Cape Barbados is open to business. Yep, we're heading to 8 o'clock and so they're open at 7:30 every weekday morning, 8 o'clock on the weekends, on Saturdays that is. And so come see, come test drive, come have those discussions, come work out your financing packages, come learn a whole lot more about the brands and the makes and the models and why you fit so beautifully into all of them. All of the members of the showroom are here. They're seated and waiting on you. So come do business with us at Inch Cape Barbados. So much so that sometimes as you're driving your vehicle, you know, the dashboard lights up with different things. You ask yourself, what's that little thing about? I don't know what it's about. You drive on. Until later on you heard a knocking somewhere. You wonder, what's that about? And you drive on. And then you find yourself having to walk in or drive into a repair center. So we want to look a little bit about some of those messages that you see flash before you and why you should take them quite seriously. If you look at your screen right now, you see some of those car dashboard symbols. Have you ever seen any of those? I mean, any of them? I have seen some of them. And when you see them, that's not meant for you to become alarmed or disregard. That means your car is saying to you, check this, Check this. And so joining us as we take a look a bit more about that is one of the specialists here at Inchcape Barbados in Shaquille Gaskin, a certified Suzuki technician, and he is also into repairing of AC, air conditioning units as well. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Morning.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's watch through some of the myths that we tend to have, if you don't mind. The check light engine is on.
Correct.
What does that mean, first of all, when it comes on?
Well, that's technically a warning, most relating to like a sensor in the vehicle is not working as it should. Just to give you a heads up.
To check the engine?
Well, more sensors related. Not really the engine, but the sensors which monitor the engine. So like there's got multiple sensors on the engine, which tells you how the engine operates. So once that light comes on, that actually tells you, well, something is wrong sensor related.
Right. So there could well be something else that's impacting the engine.
Correct.
Not necessarily the engine directly. And then you have to do a lot of diagnostic tests to figure out what is this thing that's impacting my engine capacity.
Yes, please.
Is that a long test or is that?
It depends. Sometimes it could be simple. Sometimes it could be very long. It all depends.
Like what? What could it be?
Saying as simple as a loose connection on a sensor.
But I didn't do anything to it. No one touched it.
You might not, but you drive every day. We know the conditions in Barbados. A sensor could become loose after time, and it could be something more severe. The sensor itself is starting to break down. So then that would take more diagnostic because technically it might work good 1 minute, next minute it acting up. So yeah.
So those sensors that are already built into the vehicle to make sure that everything functions efficiently, any one of those at any given time could create this light that comes on as a check engine.
Correct.
And it might not necessarily be the engine is wrong, folks. It just very well may be that something else is happening in the vehicle as well. It's impacting the way your vehicle operates, the engine of your vehicle operates. And so don't panic, but what should I do?
Well, you should not panic to that extent, but you should also like pay attention.
Do I immediately go to a mechanic or do I come to you?
Not to me, you can kind of HK.
Yeah, HK.
Yeah. Well, you can always do that first. You could call, ask someone with expertise for advice on what's my next step. Some people just see the light and automatically runs. Some people could call someone and they advise them on the next best step. But yeah, it's always best to come and get checked to make sure that everything is okay.
Is it possible that light can alert you and then it goes off, or does it stay on generally?
It all depends again. It's got depending on the sensor, because as I say, it could be working at times. So 1 minute it might come on, next minute it might go off. So yeah, so.
The reason I ask that is when it goes off, you figure, oh well, all is well, nothing to worry about, and we assume that all will be well, but it just gets worse. That's what you're saying.
More or less, yeah.
So once we see that light come on, that alert, it tells us there is likely to be a problem. Get it checked.
Correct.
And as quickly as we possibly can, get it checked.
Correct.
To avoid any repetition. All right. Next one. I only need to change my oil when the vehicle starts acting up. We don't do a lot of oil changing too. I don't. You know, we don't. How frequently should we be checking our oil and having oils changed?
Each vehicle has its own service scheduling from the manufacturer of the vehicle. So Suzuki will have one, Isuzu will have one, DePaul will have one.
Each of them has a different one?
Yes, please. So based on the brand of the vehicle, then each one will vary. So Suzuki is be 75. 100 kilometers. So yeah, and then technically sometimes it actually be a shorter span based on our conditions. So a lot of people don't take into consideration the conditions. So Barbados will be known as a harsh conditions for vehicle. Enough traffic, heat, dust, stop and going. So those that they will know, the manufacturers will actually request you to change our service vehicle at a shorter span. Yeah.
Why should I deal with my engine oil in the first place? I figure oil is oil is oil is oil. It works.
I won't say that. Well, it works, but how does it work? So it working, but it might not be working efficiently, which will now cause you to end up mashing up your engine. shortening lifespan of your engine. So it's always best to do it as recommended.
So the fresher the oil, the more efficient your vehicle will be.
Yes, it helps the lifespan, maintain the lifespan of the engine.
And so go by the recommended service
schedules.
things.
Yes,
and
please.
once you stick to that schedule, your car remains as efficient as it possibly can.
For a longer period of time, yeah.
Because who would have thought, you said it's harsh conditions, that over time the oil will break down in the way it does. And so because of that, you have to be able to do your regular checks and follow your recommended oil changes and get those done as well. And delay your oil change can lead to some complications.
Yes.
All right.
With the more modern cars, we having something called sludge. By taking a long period of time, these cars, the engines are becoming sludge, so the oil in the vehicle actually starts to harden. And that actually causes problems. So that actually block up the engine. So the engine is like, you got coal. So if you got coal on your chest, you know what's happened.
Yeah, the mucus can,
So that's actually what happens in the engine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to have your check for your oil changes as
Correct.
well. And so how long does that take to change oil? Do you drain all of it and then you replace with something brand
do you want the time frame or you
roughly,
want...
Roughly. How long will it take? I bring my vehicle to you, change the oil.
Well, technically, just changing the oil, the time frame is vary. It could be a service, it'd be an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, depends. It always depends. Everything is vary. There's no set time for nothing. Like you can't just
sludging
say,
and those kind of things. So
correct. You just
All
can't give a time.
Because of our road conditions, you say make sure you come and have your oils checked very, very
The vehicle
often.
in a whole, but
The vehicle on the whole, but particularly the oils, because we do short trips and lots of stopping traffic bills so quickly, that could create a complication for you, so have that checked. Are the warning lights in a electric car different from the warning lights in a hybrid car versus a one that's on petrol?
Some are different, but then some of them be the same. It's like this solar electric car won't have as much. Well, have more sensors because of the motor. The engine, the combustion engine will have it on, but then it will have a lot of sensors that are actually the same.
Okay.
Depending on exactly what sensors.
All right. One of those myths that we tend to work with, listen, my tires only need attention when they're flat. I ain't checking for the tire. If it doesn't go flat or burst, I'm not checking the tires. What do you say?
That's actually not wise because technically tires actually have a lifespan. So tires actually have a date, a manufacturer's date, and tires can be bad but still look good if. So
really?
Yeah, so you could we mostly look at tires and say, oh, my tire got a lot of tread. But the condition of the rubber is actually hard. So you might got a lot of tread, it looks good, but you're driving down the road and you realize you're skating every minute. The tires, the rubber is so hard, it's basically technically brittle. But you might just be driving, and that could be a case.
We would call it like dry rot.
It started dry rot, correct. So you realize it would dry rot. You'll be driving, going down the road, it's good, and you realize, well, I hit nothing, all of a sudden my tire flat.
Yeah, well, how did that happen?
Correct.
Or sometimes it begins to wear unevenly.
Correct.
So what would cause that?
Wear unevenly mostly comes from suspension wear. So like if what we call alignment, if the alignment of the vehicle is out, that can lead to wearing unevenly on the tires. But also if the tire is rotted, it can also wear the worst part will wear before, like unevenly, yeah.
There are a lot of reasons why we have to come and check you out here at HK, boy. There's so many things that we really have to get right, but we need to follow the manufacturer's recommendations.
Correct.
And once we do, in terms of when we have it serviced, then we should avoid a lot of these problems as well. What are some of the mistakes you think that in terms of as relates to car care, that we needed to make sure we get better at?
I heard that.
Mistakes.
Mistakes,
like,
okay.
One, make sure we don't ignore the warning signs. We don't skip scheduled maintenance.
Correct.
That we drive with under-inflated tires. I'm reading from some of the notes that I have in front of me.
So like driving with low tire pressure can lead to poor fuel efficiency. So all vehicle has a recommended tire pressure, which will give you the most fuel efficient ride and comfortable ride. So driving with with not enough air can lead to poor fuel efficiency, but also driven with too much air is also a problem. Too much air now can lead to the vehicle feeling rough. And then so you can say, oh, my vehicle wants shots. But then technically you went to the gas station and putting too much air. So saying as simple as that can lead to more problems than you think.
Go with your manufacturer's recommendation.
Correct.
You really can't go wrong. Shaquille, thank you.
No problem.
And of course, if you want to reach out to with where you work in here at Inchgate Motors, how can we contact you?
Well, you can call 417-7777.
417-7777. 417-7777. Here at Inchgate Motors, a team of professionals are excited to help you, Wendy. So we encourage you to make a call and see where you are as it relates to the efficiency of your vehicle. Shaquille, thank you so much
Thanks
for joining us.
All right.
Shaquille Gaskin is his name. He's a certified Suzuki technician and AC repairs specialist as well. Mornin Barbados is back from the showroom of Inchgate Barbados in just a moment.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
World.
We could put on a fantastic show. All the best artists in the world, if the show ain't got nobody in it, show ain't saying nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, any party, any fete, any production, the people is who's really made the thing, right? So that was one of those, it's almost like an ode to the people. Because one is who's met this thing, you know.
Two, get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2. He could be a pet or a life. When we come together, because you, me, we are the heart of the party. When the song swing, it could be a lime or a fat. Be ready to sweat. Here's a shot you want, then real action.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
This is CBC, your cropover and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living cropover across every platform: TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Cropover Live, Cropover Sweet Spot, festival vibes, the raw energy, straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy. Cropover Legends, Inda Festival, the stories that built this festival. Vibe 94.7 FM brings it home. Cropover Diaries, Calypso Legacy, Culture Unfiltered, and CBC News is on the ground for every story, update, and highlight. Everything streams live on our socials and YouTube. Wherever you are, you're connected. Plus, spot, connect, and win. One loyal CBC listener or viewer drives away in a Suzuki Hybrid. This isn't just a season. This is CBC. This is the Cropover and Summer Vibe.
Cropover lives on TV8. It's where the season comes alive. From the road to the stage, we've got it covered. The vibes, the music, the culture.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Tis the Cropover season, and already all around the vibe is flowing. People are enjoying the music. They're heading out to the parties. They're engaging in Soca Sweat. Saturday's events we have here at Morning at CBC, and our Friday activities as well. So it's heating up. And Pampalam Barbados is back for Grand Kadooment this year around. And so joining me is a person who leads this, Simone Arthur. Simone, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here.
You're very welcome. How was last year for you?
Well, I only came out alone last year, you know. It was just me. My costume was called Spring Garden in Full Bloom.
Yes.
So I just had a costume of all the different flowers we would see on island. So it was just me on the road, but this year we are coming with a very small band, just like 20-25 individuals. And our theme this year is underwater.
Underwater?
Yes.
And with the overarching theme, underneath
the culpepper. So I'm just asking the teachers to give us a slight break here because we're leaving the TH out.
Yes. So
underneath the culpepper. Yes.
And we know culpepper because that's a familiar word in Barbados, the culpepper island. We know of what that represents as well. And the different things that habitated at Culpeper as well. So break down your theme into the categories. You're 20-something people who are really having a good vibe on the road.
Yes.
But in what?
Right. So we have 3 different costumes. The first one, which we brought here today, is called Oracles of the Sea. So we know we talk about oracles, that's storytelling. That's telling our stories. So with this costume, we have the big headpiece is a sea fan. And then we have some starfish along the costume as well, also in our leg pieces. We have some shells that we hand molded and hand painted, but of course, you know, once we get on the road, we're going to utilize what we have.
Yes.
And then Natalia, who is our model today, who's my niece, we have a big headpiece in the back that is in the shape of a big shell. And then inside of there we have all
watching Natalia here.
Yes.
Look at your screen, everybody.
Oh, nice. Right. So we have starfish in there. We have the shells in there. Her big headpiece is a sea fan. And then we have the neck piece as well. We want to stick to the theme.
Yes.
Right? Every time Pampalam Barbados comes on the road for Grand Kadooment, you can believe that, you will know that the costume will match the actual theme.
Right.
That we are portraying.
Okay, so the headpiece is lavish. It is really large and indeed. And this is just one of the segments, or is this a character?
This is one of the segments. The other one, which we didn't bring today, is
that's all right. I'm not finished with this one yet.
Okay.
So
all right.
in the net, just above her head, she's captured a whole host of sea creatures.
Yes.
For instance, the starfish and the like, and so forth. And so this is what the headpiece looks like.
Yes.
Can we see a little bit more of it, the costume? So that we can see what else these characters who are playing in this particular section will be engaged in. She looks like a mermaid as well.
Yes. Well, you know, she's a water baby. So she always calls herself a mermaid.
Yes.
But also in the arm pieces, when she stretched her arms out, we were portraying the jellyfish. So you know the jellyfish has that wavy energy to it. And so we were trying to portray that as well in there. And then when we were doing the arm pieces, we kind of, what's it called? The dragon fish?
Yes.
That's right, the dragon fish. We kind of shaped that in that way and just, you know.
I see it, yes, on her
forearm.
Yes.
Yes.
And all the way through. So essentially, how many people are you catering in this section for?
For this section, we're looking like 10 individuals. The other section is called Goddess of Sacred Waters.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the headpiece is a bit smaller, and the arms are like fins. So we have our ladies moving like they're actual fish.
Yes.
The same leg pieces as well. And then the gentlemen, we have them as Bajan fishermen, the Bajan fishermen. And we have like an arm piece just on one side with netting, of course, so go throughout to get the fish. And then he has the starfish and cory shells, paying homage to Africa as well. We're just ready for Grand Kadooment.
You're ready for Grand Kadooment today. And you look at your screen there, you see what the Bajan fishermen would look like.
Yes.
As well. And so all of these pieces, are they made to order?
Yes.
So therefore, we want people to register for Pampalam.
Like right now.
So how can they register for the band?
Okay, they can go online. They can find us Pampalam Barbados. Just Google Pampalam Barbados on IG, on Facebook. We have all the links there for you to register. Pay your deposit now.
Yes.
We need you to pay the deposit now. And put in all your measurements, all your sizes, what you want to eat, what you want to drink. We have our soca truck ready. We're not calling it a music truck.
Yes.
A soca truck, because the DJs have been given strict instructions, soca music only.
Oh, wow. And I'm so glad you say that, honestly.
Yes.
So it's going to be quite a movement on the road.
Yeah.
Smaller, impactful. And that's
Thank
the
you.
point.
Yes.
That's the point. So that when you see it, you get it.
Yes.
Underneath the culpepper.
Underneath
The culpepper are all of these sea creatures.
Yes.
All of this sea conditions really we experience. We see from the land side the Bajan fisherman as he goes in hunt of his catch.
Yes.
And so he's already wearing his as you see his net on his shoulder.
Correct.
And some of the creatures he's already captured, he is like a warrior.
Yes.
And so he is out there plunging and plundering,
Yes.
but he's taking a catch to feed his family and to feed other people and to make
Yes.
a living out of it as well.
Correct.
But we also have the goddess of sacred waters, which you saw earlier. There she is in picture form, the oracles of the sea. Look at this. Isn't it stunning?
Yes.
It is beautiful. And it is light and easy to wear.
And so we are expecting as we're moving down Black Rock
Yeah.
that you just see this thing sprinkling. You can't see what it is, but as it gets closer to you, have that aha moment.
Yes, yes.
And that's what we are creating, not only for the masqueraders, but for those standing at the side, taking it all in. I've even promised my masqueraders, the ladies, that I would give them like a small bag of shells. Because what we have happened is that the little girls will come, even for me last year with my costume, come and pull out the flowers and everything. So we're going to give them some shells so they can give to the little girls.
They connect immediately.
Yes, because they get so fascinated with the actual costumes.
I keep thinking of, and there we are seeing Natalia moving a lot more. Look at that one of the oracles of the seas.
Yes.
And so this is it from the back. This is
Yes.
what you will see. This is what you will see from the front. But I can imagine when the light hits on
That part.
Oh my goodness. Because when light reflects on water, we see how stunningly beautiful our oceans are. And so this is what the effect that you're going for. And with the
correct.
numbers you have, you can create the effect.
That experience, correct. Correct.
But you need to register soon, folks. Registration is open right now for Underneath the Culpepper, which is being hosted by Pampalam Barbados. Pampalam Barbados has come join party with them. Come have a grand kadooment with them as well. And so just look for socials. Go on socials.
Yes.
Pampalam Barbados and register. Registration is easy.
Yes, you just go online, you fill out all your information, give us your sizes, tell us what you want for breakfast and for a light lunch. This year we have Chef Tony Simpson. She is creating,
She's really good.
she's handling, Tony is, And you know that she is also an instructor at our culinary school here, and her team consists of her current and past students. So we're very intentional with how we are presenting Pampalam Barbados each and every time. And we're open to giving, everybody in the community a chance to work with us and show their skills. And we have DJ Zeke from Penthouse 2.0. They'll also be on the road with us on our soca truck.
The soca truck coming down the road. Soca truck coming down. And so you're going to have a really good time with this one,
Yes.
Pampalam Barbados.
Yes.
And so what category, are you competing first of all, or are you just showing?
No, we're just showing. Our numbers are too small for competition, but we're coming. We are fingers crossed, prayers going up, that for 2027 we can get into that competition and meet our numbers.
From design to execution of concept, who are the people who've been working with you to bring this alive, the idea of Underneath the Culpepper alive?
So we start from September the year before. And I sit with my team and we think about, okay, what are we going to talk about this year? What is our intentions? And then so my design, we conceptualize what that's going to look like. And then I meet with my design team who are based in New York and Trinidad. So, and these are folks that I've worked with in the past. So you continue, because this is an energy thing.
Yes, it is.
It has to be the right connection. You can't, with these type of costumes, you can't work with any and everybody.
That's right.
There has to be an intention. They have to understand and know the story and what we're trying to do. So we sit with the design team, we work on textures, we work on colors, and what we can mix and what's not going to work. And sometimes 2, 3, or 4 o'clock in the morning, we're on the phone pulling this whole thing together. And it is an experience, and you said it, impactful. And that's what we're continuing to do. So we get our costumes made, the prototypes made, we have our photo shoot, then we launch, and we wait.
And you wait.
And we wait. And we wait.
So the waiting is over. Now you see it. It's time for you to take action. Let's not wait any longer. Joe, go quickly and register for Pampalam Barbados Underneath the Culpepper. And as you register, you are in for a grand time. You indicate
all in one place. TV8, we are Crop Over Live.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Quick apologies to you. We just lost a little bit of connection, but you know how Murphy's Law goes. And so we are getting on top of Murphy's Law today, and we're back with you indeed. But we really want to thank you. Thank you so much, Simone. It's again very impactful. Remind people how they can register.
I'm going to Pampalam Barbados, whether on Instagram or Facebook. And you can also Google Pampalam Barbados for our website. And come and join us on Grand Kadooment.
Come and join on Grand Kadooment, and you see that costume? You can also be in that indeed. There are three categories: the Goddess of Sacred Waters, the Oracle of the Seas, Oracles of the Sea, and the Bajan Fishermen. Those are the three sections, and you can be in either one of those by your registration indeed. Remember, the Soca truck will be on the road with you, food and drinks curated just for you, once you indicate just what your preferred diet is, and they're making this experience one that's unforgettable underneath the Culpeper. Thanks again, everybody. And thank you for joining us as well. We hope God Spare Life to be live from the showroom of HK Barbados tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning.
We could put on a fantastic show. All the best artists in the world, if the show ain't got nobody in it, show ain't saying nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, any party, any fete, any production, the people is who's really made the thing, right? So that was one of those, it's almost like an ode to the people. Because one is who's met this thing, you know.
Two, get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2. He could be a pet or a life. When we come together, because you, me, we are the heart of the party. When the song sweet, it could be a lime or a pet. We ready to sweat. Here's our shot you want, then realize.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
This is CBC, your crop over and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living Cropover across every platform. TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Cropover Live, Cropover Sweet Spot, Festival Vibes, the raw energy, straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7